Can you hear me now? Testing, testing. There we go. In that case, no one heard any of the things I was doing earlier, so I will restart our the chapter. For whatever reason, my OBS defaulted to turning off my mic for some reason. I don't know why. It does that every once in a while, and I didn't catch it with my prep beforehand. No, I did not get the job. I didn't not get the job either. They just haven't gotten back to me yet. They were supposed to have gotten to me Friday, but I haven't heard anything. How was your birthday celebration? I know you said you didn't get the game yet, and then sorry about that. That it's still in frickin' Kentucky or wherever. So we'll start everything back over and to do this. Well, here's the thing: is to add them getting back to me. Um, all of my bills for the month went out. Like they're out, so I am broke. I can't afford to not have a job now. So I had to apply to going back to truck driving, which will pay really dang well once I get on it and going after a week or two. But if I do go with the truck driving, I won't be able to be home doing a stream every weekend. It'll be like every other weekend, probably more often. So that's the question of what do you want to see in those weekends in between? Do you want me to do additional videos recorded in like doing like, tips and stuff, or what happens that? But yeah, that's my situation. I'm not a big enough channel to have a Patreon or donations or any of that going on. Allow me to live on that. So I got to do what I got to do for, finances. In the meantime, we'll reread all these letters since no one heard me. Not that anyone was watching other than you, so I'll have to make a note in the thing. Do that now, actually, while we're talking. Well, I can't do live when I'm on the truck. That's the thing. Truck driving is you're working every single day. You're driving every single day. Um, the industry average is like 1 day home for every 6 days out. So it's like you'll be out for 12, like I'd be out for 12 days and I'd have 2 days at home. And since I'm driving every single day, it's not like I can just stop in the middle of my day and go, here's a 4 hour live stream from my truck. There'll be times I have an appointment later that evening or something like that. Anyways, let me. Yeah, we've had 3 views, but only one live somehow. I guess you're the one that's currently live. Let's see. I guess a couple people popped in and didn't hear me talking. Do, do, do. Ooh, I can't comment on this. Yeah, we've had 3 views, but only one live somehow. I guess you're the one that's currently live. Let's see. I guess a couple people popped in and didn't hear me talking. And so this. I gotta sneeze. Give me a second. Ah, excuse me. Okay, we got that updated so that anybody who's watching after the fact will go just fast forward the first like 15, 20 minutes or so. But yeah, so that's going to be the thing is there's a very real possibility that I'm going to be on a truck by the end of this coming week. Um, and there's also a very real possibility that not only will I be on a truck, but that they'll be like, well, it's been almost a year since you were driving, so we need to have you with a trainer for, a week or two at first, which means I won't even be able to do recordings. So I definitely recommend if you're not already following me on Twitter, go ahead and do that, Autumn. Also, check the link in the description below, like all of my videos and all my streams. There is a link to my Discord, and both of those are where I'll keep up to date on what happens with the job situation. So, I'll let you know if there's going to be a stream or not next week, and so on there. Um, if I'm not on a truck, I'll stream next weekend. But I'm right now I'm assuming I'm not going to be that I will be on a truck, or at least waiting to be on a truck at like the hotel or something. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, she'll be fine. Um, you know, she's not like completely and utterly infirm. She just needs help with like she wants to do more than she's supposed to be able to do. And so every now and then she just needs someone help who's like stronger or taller or whatever to help her out with. So they'll like line up stuff around the house that'll be like, okay, this will be for when, she visits. It's what we did before. I was on the truck up until the end of April last year. So it's been about 10 months since I was last on a truck, but I did that for 2 years, and it was like, I'd come home for 3 or 4 days, and they'd have a whole bunch of stuff set aside. They're like, we got some things that we need someone tall or strong or whatever to do. Usually it was strong person stuff because they could get a step stool or something for tall stuff. But yeah, they'll be fine. But yeah, definitely like follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. We need people on Discord that aren't just friends of mine that so we can get some discussion going in there on stuff. Anyways, back to the gameplay. It wasn't without meaning. Clary, this was the priestess who was like always running away from the confessional. I do what I do because I wish to lend my strength to those in need. And so, I always thought that I was being rather smug when I said I never considered repayment. However, this past event has taught me I was wrong to ever think that, and I can't believe how blessed I am. I will continue to reach out to those in need, because that is the justice I believe in. From Clary. From Aesel, a letter from Motella. I got a letter from Motella asking for us to go and see her at the Heaven's Egg. I've got no idea what she's got planned this time, but we can't really ignore it either. Let's go and ask her. She's waiting for us by the cultivation pods. We can meet her there together. Cheers, Aesel. Nice. Which anime is the shirt based on? Like I've got a bunch of like Samus related stuff. I'm a big Metroid fan, so I've got like the one that's got the Metroid, or the Super Metroid art cover on it. I've got one that's like a parody of Lockstick and Noggin or whatever that his channel's called. He did the whole thing that Samus is the magical girl, and he made like the little anime chibi design of her like that. So, well, join the Discord and take a picture of it and post it in there. We can figure out together which anime it's based on. Castle Lewis Times, Winter Frost Night. This will be our last newspaper. Oh my. Castle Lewis News, a world without Quietus. Greetings, citizens. I am pleased to bring good news to you today. Quietus will never return to our planet. I repeat, Quietus will never return. While I would like to attribute the success to the Kingdom Brigade, that would be misleading. The group I wrote about in the last transmission are to thank. We extend our deepest gratitude to them. Thank you for saving the planet. I can be certain that conditions here will only get better from here on out. There may even come a day when I can stand before you all and address you in person. This will be the last issue of Castle Lewis News. From now on, I encourage you to live based on the reality you perceive with your own eyes and ears. Humans, I love you. Intelligence Division A. Well, the brand of the shirt doesn't tell me anything because the brand can probably do almost anything. But let's take a look at this Briscoe Bramos. Yeah, that's just the brand that makes the t-shirts. It does not necessarily going to tell me what the anime that the print is on. A new hypothesis from Arya. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you watched the videos throughout the week. Thursday, the video this week was the post game video, also the romance guide, and in that I definitely showed the entirety of the High romance. So if there's a different character you want to see on stream when we get to that point, probably won't be today. It'll probably be our next Harvestella stream because we still got a lot of characters that we haven't maxed out yet. Let me know. A new hypothesis from Arya. Thank you for joining me earlier. We weren't able to reach the truth in the end, but it was a good opportunity to adjust my thinking. I took some time for myself to think things over again, and I feel I've finally come to a conclusion that I'd like to talk to you about. Please, come and see me in my room at the Northern Village Square when you have the time. From Arya. Oh, on my Stella playthrough? No, I haven't kept anyone. Literally, I have like a save file for Stella at the start of, or the last day of summer year two. And that's the one I keep going to for a lot of these videos. So I can be like, oh, like I kept it there specifically. So, it's to show, hey, there's a 31-day season now. And, because there's no quietus, this is what the changes to the farming are and all of that. So it's not like, oh, I stayed and kept going. I skipped a bunch of days to make the guide. So it's like I didn't save that file, and I'm back at that point. Because like I started on summer 31, but I don't get the promise ring until autumn 3rd, and then it's the 5th or the 6th of autumn when I can finally do the romance scene. And the romance scenes aren't terribly romantic. It's a thing. I mean, Stardew Valley marriage is not at well, in some ways is more complex, in some ways less complex than this. Um, you don't get like additional character quests or anything like that past there to raise their affection beyond 10 in this game, like you do in something like Stardew Valley. Um, it just is what it is. There's no special like anything. You get like this one little quest of you ask them to live with you. They go back and forth on their feelings and your feelings, and then they finally say yes and they move in with you. That's the entirety of romance. And then they're inside your house every morning with something to say. A dinner invitation from Heim. Sorry to keep you waiting for so long, but my investigation is finally complete. There is so much I wish to tell you that it would fill an entire afternoon. So I thought we could perhaps discuss it all over a meal. It has been a while since I last patronized the Chateau Bar, and thought it fitting that we should meet there. I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, this game, it's one of those things. Is like the best game to compare it to is Rune Factory, because it is the best example and most well-known example of a life sim RPG hybrid. I mean, there's others. There's the Porsche and Stanrock, and I would argue even Stardew Valley. Um, and they all do things a little bit differently, but this one absolutely leans way heavier. It's the RPG and the JRPG side of things that does the life sim. So, I mean, I always give the example. We learn his name is Leon Bishine, but he still just shows up as bartender. You know, they have characters who have portraits that never get a name, or their name is not. They just don't have anything of importance to him. Like Mayor, that's all his name is Mayor. Which sometimes that is the thing. Is there's I think that was one of the early Story of Seasons games, back when they were called. Uh, I'm trying to think. Why don't they have a pick in Animal Crossing games? Let me think. What are the tools? They have the axe. You have the shovel. Is it a hammer? There's something you can use that you can do to break rocks. If it's not a pick, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of what it is. I haven't played Animal Crossing in like a year, so there is that. Let me see. Uh, New Horizons tools. Let's see. Fishing rods, nets, shovels, axes, watering cans, slingshots. It's not the axe that breaks rocks, I don't think. There is a way to break rocks. I don't remember which tool it is. Like I said, it's been about a year since I last played. I may have to do that if I get on the truck. Although all of my playtime will be either early in the morning or late in the evening. Let's see. Fishing rods and nets are for bugs and fish. Shovels are for digging and hitting rocks. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say how they're destructible. Oh well, I forget. Might be the axe. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I played, so I don't remember. Like the trick was for me was to try and set them up in a way that there was like just 8 spaces around them and nothing but, so I could get like in a corner or something like that and just keep hitting it and try to set them up where there was like a 1 space gap between each of them. Try to get them all in the same kind of space, so it's like okay, I can just quickly go around and try to hit them all to get my find which one was the money rock for that day. There's little tips and tricks like that. From Unicorn, I do not like it. That Monocaros. How dare he take the liberty of speaking to my squire the way he did? He was right, however. Of course I desire to know the truth behind our origins. It took some time, but I feel ready now. Please, escort us to Abandoned, so that we may finally unveil the shroud that has long obscured the origins of our existence in shadow. Yours truly, Unicorn. I saw your point about the axe. I don't see anything about just the regular axe. Like the pick, I think the regular axe might be what the tool used in um, New Horizons that's used. It's definitely used for cutting down trees. Um, I don't. No, they had it in New Leaf. I'm pretty sure because you have to cut down trees and get stumps to get certain bugs and stuff like that. So I mean, the axe disappearing. The axe is a staple of the game. It's like the axe, the net, the fishing rod, those, and the shovel. Those are like the four staples of all tools. Um, sometimes you'll have like really random ones that you don't use all that often, like umbrellas as well. But apologies for the delay from Dianthus. I was finally able to get in contact with that Abel, and they have agreed to meet with me directly. Of course, I want you to accompany me, so please meet me on the airship. We will depart shortly after, Dianthus. I've upset everyone by email. I'm sorry. I said I could put up with what the townsfolk were saying, but I couldn't, and now I've upset everyone. I've never been more lost. Well, yeah, if you're dehydrated, you gotta definitely drink, and that's gonna make you feel sick. But I'm glad to hear you're feeling better today. Gotta chug that water. Like I've been playing a lot of 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus, and it's funny as the announcer like every now and then will address the player directly and remember to remind them to hydrate. For 2 Point Hospital, it's like attention players, remember to hydrate, and in 2 Point Campus, it's attention administrator, please take a drink or something to that effect. It's the announcer lady and a lot of the I think a lot of the people that they've got doing like the voice acting for the radio and all that are I think they're Australian. It might be English or New Zealand, but I think it's Australian. Some of the words that they choose and all of that. It's one of the two. My leaning is to like one of those three. Like in 2 Point Campus, there's an announcement of you know attention. Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps, which is like the English and the term like in England and the UK and Australia and all that for what we call chips in America. Well, yeah, make sure you drink plenty of water. I don't know what brought it about, and it could just be a bug. I mean, the one of the downsides to my weight loss, which has been going really good. I'm officially 40 pounds down now, but because I'm burning all that fat and getting rid of like losing body weight every now and then, I'll have a day that's just like, oh, I have the runs because my body is purging this stuff that it turned into liquid, which was all fat for the most part, but it is what it is. I have found my rays of sunshine from Estina. Oh, wrong button again. I have walked the road to where I am today totally alone. I always thought that's how I'd continue. But I was wrong. The world is a much warmer place than I thought. Haruhi, you helped me to reach this point and come to this realization. For that, I am extremely grateful. I'm truly glad I met you. From Estina. But, yeah, and you can see we have all six of these characters that we still have character quests to finish with. So we're not going to do romance today. It'll be next time we finish this because we still got to get through all of them to level 10. What I don't know what you're talking about, the mini party. In what? Like I know you're talking about the My Sims. Oh, mini party. It's a game on Google Play. Oh, okay. Um, is it a free to play or is it one you have to pay to buy? Because again, my finances right now are not good. I have gone over 3 weeks now. Yeah, it's about 3 weeks exact, actually. I got the call, I think, on the 4th, and it's the 25th, so 3 weeks exact almost since I got the call to say No, it was a Thursday, so it's a little over, but so it would have been the second. But yeah, it's been about a little over 3 weeks since I've been, been without a job. So it's like I need to penny pinch all of my money. I can't buy games. I can't do much of anything until I have a paycheck again. Anyways, let's go do some of these character quests today. We also still have side quests in a couple of towns. So over here, we'll do Arya's quest first, and then we'll head over and do Unicorn, and then we'll be caught up with where I was for the audio issues. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we would catch you today, Autumn. I thought you were celebrating. I guess you did it earlier today. Okay, I'll take a look at it after the stream. Write that down. Because I don't even know. Oh, there's my phone. Plug it into my thing here before I forget. Google Play. There we go, Play Store. Okay, that's in there. Now I'll look at it later. And back to the play to this. Hey, Haruhi. Thank you for coming. I wanted to talk to you some more about the blank in my consciousness. I don't have a theory this time, though. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Here the thing is, like a couple weeks ago, when it was for me, I was like, I need to start looking at applying for the truck driving job because I can get on that fast and it pays every week. My aunts kind of were like, "Hey, if we forgive you your rent for this coming month, can you pay all the rest of your bills and be fine on that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can pay all the rest of the bills to get me through this month, but then that's going to be about it." And the last of my bills went through this last week, So it was like, I got nothing. Yeah, I know you had the birthday was last Sunday, but didn't you say you were going to be celebrating it today on Saturday? I thought you said your celebration was going to be today, so I wasn't sure if you were going to be here today or not. Because it sounded like you said it was going to be the afternoon or the evening kind of thing, which is around the same time that I stream. Though you didn't give an exact time either. I've just been thinking. No matter how you look at it, there's no way of explaining it through the laws of physics or biology. It's simply impossible for the human body to reawaken after all its functions have completely shut down. That only happens in fairy tales. But you're alive, though. You're right, I am still alive. I have to face that fact. Just like the theory that Dianthus came up with about the existence of the soul. I'm going to pick different things from what I picked last time, since we're going to be showing this exact scene twice on this same stream. Mulling it over by myself is giving me a headache, so please hear me out, even if no one could hear me for the first one. And no one was watching, apparently. There were a couple people who apparently jumped on but didn't hear me talking and I guess left. I actually did some research on this pod last time we went to the Castle of Illusion. About how it fell to the ground. You remember that time, right? Yeah, the sea's light lit up, yes. Well, okay, we'll pick that one. Well, I hope you enjoyed the game. It's a fun game. It's a very cozy game. Like I said, my only issue with Animal Crossing is, again, busy schedule, especially when I was on the truck. It was like, there's exactly a 2-hour window that this bug or this fish or whatever is available during the day. And it's usually during the middle of my day when I'm working and I can't just stop and pull over the side of the road to go catch it and try and hunt it for that 2-hour period of time, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. We have had 4 views, one of which was probably me, and 1 live viewer. That's cool. I don't know why the cows mooed on your birthday. Aside from the fact that they moo every day. Yes, apparently. The day this pod landed was the day the Seaslight became abnormally active. We now know that the activity was caused by one of Geist's experiments. So this pod's descent was also caused by that experiment. Do you think that was Geist's plan? I don't think so. The pod's crash landing wasn't part of Geist's plan. Rather, it was an unintended side effect of his experiment on the Seaslight. According to the records, the Seaslight emitted activity waves of such high intensity that they couldn't be measured. The pulse could have been electromagnetic or a microwave. Either way, the abnormal activity in the Seaslight was the ruse cause for the crash. Yeah, Nintendo Switch Online does suck. That is a fact. You know, it's one of the reasons, like, I have Splatoon 2 and 3, but I don't play online because, you know, A, I'm not a big multiplayer person. Although that one's both competitive and cooperative since you're on teams, but, you know, I do tend to prefer, if I am going to play a multiplayer game, to be cooperative. Something like a good example is when it was Mass Effect Andromeda was big. I was big in the multiplayer on that for a while because it was a really good multiplayer, even if the single player campaign was problematic and basically a rehashing of the first game in a new setting. But I don't know what to tell you about those cows then. This pod was originally made to preserve me as a test subject in the orbital cradle. Because, as the only human to have come into direct contact with the Red Queen, I was a valuable research subject. So instead of being put into a hibernation device like everyone else, I was put into this pod. And that research was also the reason why they included a space travel function in the pod. I think I was supposed to be transferred over to Lost Gaia once they discovered the coordinates. Because they believed that taking me to Lost Gaia might be the first step towards explaining Quietus. I guess you could call it a flying research facility made just for me. Lucky you! Lucky? I was probably treated as a lab animal, though. At any rate, this is what I know so far. The pod crash landed as a result of Geist's experiment. My vitals were recorded until the moment of the experiment. My brainwaves were silent until the moment of the experiment. There are records up to this point on the console over there. From this point on, I'm really going to need your help. What condition was I in when my pod landed in Lethe? I understand if your memory of the time is unclear, but just whatever you remember. Let's see, that time Arya was in her armor. Red bean on this. You looked like you were in pain. Then it's as I thought. That means by the time the pod reached the ground, I had already regained consciousness. Yet, paradoxically, that means when I regained consciousness, or that I regained consciousness, when the pod fell. Do you get where I'm going with this? Something happened around the same time. Right. If there's a moment when something unexplainable could have happened, it's then. Here's what I think. Some unexplained phenomenon happened around the same time of the crash that restored my consciousness. An abnormal event took place like none we've ever seen before. Do you remember what Guy's original reason for doing that experiment was? To reach the planet's memory center. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with cows here where you live, sorry. That's right, you remembered. We don't have a lot of cows out here. We're like a lot of horses is what's more typical out here. Like we have neighbors who live in Canada half the year and down here next to us half the year. They're what we call snowbirds. They spend their summers where it's less hot and their winters down here. And they've got like horses, and like across the street is an entire massive like horse ranch with fields and all that stuff. We have a lot of horses, but no cows. There are goats and turkeys nearby too, though, so there are other animals. I mean, heck, we've got a turkey and several chickens on our property as well. But no cows. That's right, you remembered. He activated the Seaslight in order to reach the planet's memory center. And we know that it really exists. There's something else I want you to remember. At the same time, the ruins of Lost Gaia moved over to Greek Gaia because of the Seaslight activity, didn't they? That's proof that the door to the planet's memory center opened even a little bit through the experiment. Wouldn't you say that's the most anomalous event that occurred around that time? That was a long introduction, but now here's my hypothesis. My consciousness may have been trapped within the planet's memory center. I'm gonna say yes, it was, because we found out later, or earlier in this playthrough, but at the end of the game, that's what happened to Harvey. Then, when the door was opened by the experiment, my consciousness came back to me. What are you basing this on? Other than, me. I don't know if you can call this evidence, but here's how the timeline pans out. Wow, she doesn't have anything unique with that. She says that line regardless. There you go. Oops. That wasn't the internet thing. I don't know what that was. It fell down, but something just fell. Let me check, make sure I didn't lose my signal. Yeah, well, it looks like signal's fine. The shelf that the internet, the router and everything is on, just dropped a few things off of it. So I don't know if one of my cats got in the cords or anything, but let me go fix that real quick. Oh, I see what I'm doing. A loaf. And I'm back. I think I figured out what caused it. One of my boys is laying on like a laundry basket full of stuff right where the cable's coming through. So I think he got pulled one of them down on accident. They're in here with me. They're just being quiet. Like I said, one of them is laying down in a basket behind me. The other one was being quiet and chilling and relaxing until that fell down. Now he's like wandering around like, what the heck is going on? But he'll probably lay back down here shortly too. They like to sleep. They're not always that loud and noisy and needing attention. And if I go on the truck, they will be with me after my first home time. They rode on the truck with me for 2 years. They have no problem with it. They just happy to be with me. I don't know if you can call this evidence, but here's how the timeline pans out. I lost consciousness the moment I came into contact with the Red Queen. If the function of the ashram cell inside the Red Queen, or the Seaslight, is to reach the planet's memory center, then I wonder if it's possible that my soul got sucked into the memory center at that exact moment. And my consciousness stayed trapped there for 2,000 years. Then it was by Geist's experiment that the door to the planet's memory center opened and my soul came back to me. That's my theory anyway. I've been racking my brain trying to make sense of it all. But I've seen so many unbelievable things since I woke up in Gaia that it wouldn't be the craziest explanation. Yeah, if they do like a DLC or an update to add more to this, like you guys were talking about last week or the week before, like you were wanting kids, I would hope that they would add more to the romance of this and expand it. Kind of like how there was I want to say it was patch 1.4, 1.4 or 1.5 for Stardew Valley that added like the 14 heart events and all that for your spouses in that, something that expands your spouses, because literally all it is, you here's how it works out, the romance in this game works out. About 5, 6-ish days after you've beaten the game, the mayor will show up one morning, just like early, like at the beginning of the game when people just randomly showed up at your house. And he'll be like, how are you doing? Have you been thinking about someone to fill your life with you? This place is empty, but it's perfect for two, blah, blah, blah. And he gives you the recipe for the ring. You make the ring, your fire fairy shows up and is like, has a little bit of back and forth with her, and then she's like, oh, I'll help you out. So you go out by your mailbox where she's at, and you say, hey, this is the person I want to ask. And so the fire fairy goes and delivers a letter to them, and like 2 or 3 days later, you hear back from them, or not, as the case may be. You don't hear back from the unicorn. You decide, hey, I should have heard back. I'm going to go check on him. And you have like one scene. It's between 7 and 9 p.m. for everyone except for Unicorn again. And they talk about the romance thing with you, whatever, to being your life partner, and then they move in with you. That's it. They don't help out around the farm. They'll have a couple unique dialogue choices, like you'll run into them on the farm and you talk to them like inside the house or out on the property that's Unicorn, because he doesn't live in the house. And that's it. There's no additional scenes. Like, I've gone through an entire season of testing stuff for next week's video, which is going to be the money making and the processing machines and all that. And yeah, it's a mess. It does not answer anything. Like, I can actually look at here. Give me a second to pull it up. Oh, I actually put together a here we go. Switch to who I'm on. Oh, wrong account. Yeah, Portia does it better. Portia is an example. You have 2 extra hearts on there. You have, your spouse will be like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go on a date. Here we go. Oh, wrong copy of that. That was my personal copy, not the updated one. Oh, still wrong one. Here we go. And you post this in here. You can see preview of next week's thing. I've been putting together a spreadsheet of, what to process and when, and, whether it's worth a profit to process it or not. Because most things, yes, but there are those exceptions. Vegetable juice, for example, is never profitable to process. It's never profitable to turn your vegetables into vegetable juice. It's always profitable to turn your bell hops into hop juice and so on. So it's like, okay. And there are some that it's like, it's not profitable to turn it into something for your level 1 and 2 versions of that processing machine, usually the fermenting barrel. But it is profitable to do it with the level 3 because you get so many more instead of a 1-for-1. So that's what next week's video is going to be about. So even if I'm on the truck, there will be that video. But that's what I've been working on. It's not complete, but definitely keep it, because you can see, like, I have finished making like the spice maker or my other tab with like the flour and the other stuff, but it's always they're basically short version. There are exactly three times three exceptions to the always processing rule for making money. You will never make money processing things in the feed maker. However, you will make money processing certain things in the feed maker and then feeding them and getting the milk and the eggs and the other animal drops. With a jam maker, everything except for vegetable jam is always profitable. Vegetable jam depends because of how many things, it's the wide variety of things you can turn into it. It's, what do you process to make it? But I wouldn't bother selling vegetable jam because it's useful for making the veggie muffins, which are a really good recipe. We'll finish this scene and we'll look at it in the encyclopedia and show you what I'm talking about because it's got, I think it's like skill cooldown and something else on it. I think where the buffs that it has, it's got a decent buff or two. And then again, the fermenting barrel is all over the place. But the colors that I used, green is process this, so you make a profit doing this. Red is never. This will never make you a profit. Yellow is it will depend. It sometimes makes you a profit, sometimes doesn't. So like, for example, the vegetable jam, some things will make you a profit. Like doing tomatoes in it will make you a profit. Throwing pumpkins in it will lose you a lot of money. And then there's like a couple that are blue because you process it in usually the fermenting barrel and it's the exact same price between the base item and the processed item. So it's like, why bother? Other than just completing it in your encyclopedia. I've gained more insight than I ever thought possible since then about the link between humans and the stars. So taking that all into account, this is the best conclusion I can come up with to the knowledge I have. Or come to with the knowledge I have. That's why I can't brush this theory off as supernatural. They wish. No, they're chill. They like to, if I'm on the truck, they like to curl up in back in the bunk usually, or maybe on the seat next to me or on the floor next to me. About all the spaces they can. But it was actually funny is I had one would sleep in the top bunk during the day, and the other would be in the bottom bunk or right next to me while I was driving. And then once I stopped for the night and I got back in the bunk to relax or go to sleep, they would switch places, and the one who'd been as close as he could to me or on the bottom bunk all day would be up in the top bunk, and the one who was in the top bunk would come down and hang out with me. It was like they were taking shifts of watching over me while between driving and not driving. I think you're right, Arya. Because I know for a fact that the whole memory sucking thing apparently works. That's how I exist. It's nothing more than a theory, though. I don't know for sure. But remember what Diantha said? The things we don't understand now just haven't been explained by science yet. So I'm sure there will come a day when science will be able to explain the link between consciousness and the stars, too. Or rather, I'll be the one to show it. I am a scientist, after all. There's nothing humanity can't explain. We become civilized by putting explanations to the events that happen. I believe that's our raison d'etre, as a collective. And this experience I've lived will be a vital clue in that. I'll figure it out someday, that law. Check what text? I saw that you said about the kitties having a driver's license. Or are you like putting something in the comment section or something on the video or something? Thanks, Ari, for hearing me out. That's all for today. I'll write to you again if anything else comes up. I hope you'll keep me company again next time. Inherit the stars. Yeah, here, let me check the encyclopedia. Let's see. Cooking. Where is it? Is this the veggie muffin? Yeah, the vegetable muffin. Yeah, skill cooldown speed up and break increase rate up. This is a great thing for fighting bosses. And since you need vegetable jam for it, that's why I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't bother selling uh the vegetable jam, for profit. And that'll be a thing I'm going to talk about in this week's video. Oh yeah, no, they're absolutely my children. They're my fur babies. I won't be having actual like human children unless I end up in a relationship with someone who has some already and I adopted them. But I will definitely have fur children all day long. It's one of those things. My aunt and I are both very much you're not yourself without a cat or some kind of animal. And I have had these two for 10 years now. I want to say. I used to have a third one, but he passed away. He was the brother to the younger of the two. I got the two brothers when they were 5 weeks old, and my roommate at the time also got another kitten about that same age. But there was some kind of sinus infection going through the shelter, and she didn't take very good care of hers. And within about 2 weeks, he passed away. So we went back, and I adopted this other cat. He was my third cat at the time. He was a year old, and he's the big jerk, lovable jerk that I have now. So, continuing our adventures of the day. Let's go do the unicorn quest, the scene that you were kind of seeing me do before we figured out the audio issue. And here we go. This is the spot you came in. You're like, who's that guy? Well, I don't know if you were talking about the black and yellow version of unicorn, or if you were talking about the white guy, the white omen looking guy. Um, the color palette swapped version of unicorn is Monocaros, who's their favorite treats. Anything catnip flavored. You know, they like to think that they're going to get fish, but that's not good for kitties. Um, in small amounts, it's okay, but for large amounts, it can cause health concerns. Things like bladder infections and all that, which can be deadly to them. So I gave them like the catnip, teeth green, like the greenies, the ones that can like clean their teeth as well, and they go nuts for those kinds of treats. Can you believe such a place once existed in our world? It is difficult to comprehend. So this world is on a different planet than our own, huh? Well, Haruhi, what's next? Oh, Haruhi, did you bring new friends? An omen? Wait, there's something different about them. A softness the others lack. Do you live in this facility? We've got some questions we want to ask. You do? You explain the situation to Jabberwocky. I see, I see. So, Unicorn, Monocaros, you'd like to learn about who you are, right? Well, we might be able to find a thing or two if we check the database. Will that take long? No, not at all. They're pretty famous. I'm famous, you say? Well, that should really come as no surprise to anyone. Fame doesn't interest me so long as we find a clue. Could you show me this database you're talking about? Sure. Follow me. What is this omen doing? They've been playing with that compact doodad for some time. Hmm. Okay. I think what you guys are looking for must be this painting here. Here you go. Take a look. This is a painting? Is this the princess? Who's the unicorn standing beside her? Is that one of us? This is a portrait of me and my princess! Ah, nay. Perhaps it is modeled from our visage. No, it isn't. Fard, then this is Monoceros? You like unicorn better or Monoceros better? Still wrong. Creatures like unicorn and Monoceros never existed in this world. They're animals plucked from the vivid imaginations of human beings. They're imaginary creatures? What is the meaning of this? Were we not conjured by those wild machinations by the omens? Who, Unicorn and Monoceros? No, they're guys. They're both male. I think they must have just referenced the idea of unicorns that existed in this world. Incidentally, your names are different, but you're pretty much one and the same. Poppycock! I am. I am. I am here. I am real. I am not a mere figment of someone's imagination. Am I? So, not only are my memories a work of fiction, but I am as well. A fraudulent existence spurred by fraudulent memories. It would be laughable were the concept not so horrendously tragic. Where are you going? I'm not going far. I just need to think on my own a little. Can we see what? The painting? No, we don't get to see it. And what will you do now, Messy Sweet Unicorn? I am sure that if I ask, the omens will erase the memories of what I learned here as well. However, I am truly at a loss. Have you finished the character quest and seen what happens between the whole thing? Because Monoceros does come up a couple more times throughout the course of the character quest. He's not there for everything, obviously. He doesn't show up till later. But however, I am truly at a loss. I was so resolute in my decision to have my memories of the princess expunged. But knowing that my entire existence, too, was a lie, is there really any point in removing memories at all? Oh, Jabberwocky is an AI? I don't know that he's female, or I refer to Jabberwocky as a he, but I don't know that Jabberwocky has a gender per se. But yeah, I think Jabberwocky, if anything, is male-ish. Let's see what the wiki says. Stella, wiki, Jabberwocky. Do. Let's see if we can go to Panther Weapon. Actually, let's do Astro Helix. That should have some story beats talking about Jabberwocky. No, they don't have any story beats in here. Okay, well, that's kind of pointless. Yeah, I assume that if there's a if Jabberwocky has a gender, I assume it's male. I think they refer to the character as he a few times throughout here. Definitely not it, but that's why I kind of give the Jabberwocky this kind of nerdy, like, kind of voice that only you can answer that question. If anything, it might be worth keeping the memories that bring you joy. Our memories make us who we are, after all. If that were possible, then I would have requested it long ago. Ah, I see. Sorry for wandering off like that. It is no bother. Well, yeah, that's actually pretty typical. I don't think Jabberwocky has a voice actor in the English. He's never in combat. So unless they actually like all of the Japanese is like voicing the dialogue like this, I don't think Jabberwocky has one. That said, female voice actors doing male characters is really typical in Japan, especially for like younger boys. Really famous example would be Shinji Ikari in Neon Genesis Evangelion, I think was voiced by a woman. It just depends. They do a lot. Like they do young boy voices and all that as well, and so on. How are you faring with all this? Oh, I'm fine. I figured out what I should do next. I am impressed by your strength. I suppose we truly are different. I've learned everything here that I wanted to, so I'm gonna head home. How about you two? Yeah, let's go home and think about all this. I have learned all that I can from this place. I see no reason to stay here any longer. See you later, then. Feel free to come back if you ever want to look at the database again. Should the opportunity arise. Otherwise, I feel no need to return to this place. And the Lady and the Unicorn. Alright, and now we're caught back up. It took us an hour and a half, but we are back to where we started. Let's see. Let's open this. Couple chests, Makoko sapling, and Philosopher's Stone. Oh yeah, that's yeah. See, like that one's got a female voice too. So I don't know, but yeah, like these ones are, but there's a couple different female voices here, or maybe it's the same voice actress but doing different voices. But that doesn't necessarily, mean that Jabberwocky specifically. So like, Geist is male, but Dianthus is female. So let's return home. And it's only 9:30, so let's go do another character quest. Let's try and knock out as many of these that we can do today. Let's get Aesel out of the way, because he's almost done. This will be his 9th level, I think. And then we'll head down and we'll do Hein and Emo. And then we'll finish up with Dianthus on the airship, and we'll be done with character quests for the day. But yeah, like I said, check out the link, or not the link in the description. Although, go hit the links in the description to follow me on the Twitter and the Discord, obviously. I'm gonna say that like 8 times, definitely, so you can keep up, because like I won't be popping on Saturday just to go, oh yeah, hey, sorry, no stream today, kind of thing. It's let me. Oh, I went to the wrong one. What footprints? But let me, while I'm thinking about it, shareable link. Here we go. I am posting a link right now. That is the link to this week's video, talking about the romance and the side quests and all that, or the post game stuff. So if you did want to watch like the entirety of the High End Romance, there you go. And we can do another character on here if you want to, if there's like someone you want second after Hein. But again, that's not going to happen until our next Harvestella episode, because we got so many characters quests to get through today. Unless you want someone like Shrieker or Stina, or that we've already finished up. But hello, Aesol, and you too, Hardy. Me calling you here must be a refreshing change of pace for you both. It's definitely different than having you dropping in on us on a whim. What is this about, Otella? Why did you call on us this time? Well, as it turns out, I have something I wanted to tell you too. I'm all ears. I've decided to leave the Heaven's Egg. I called you both here because I wanted to say my goodbyes. Huh? Are you moving to Nemea? Nemea wouldn't be a bad idea, but there's no way I can do that. My existence alone draws too many memories of Tiela. But I'm not her, and I can't become her. Nor do I have any intention of trying to. Which means that my presence in or around Nemea would cause no small amount of confusion. So I'm going somewhere else. Somewhere far away. Never to be seen again for the rest of this game. That's your decision? It is. I found this option thanks to you, Aesol. Huh? I'll treat you to a little inside peek into what it is to be me. Remember when I told you that all of Tiela's memories were installed in my brain when I awoke? I want you to imagine what that must be like. When that happens, those memories may as well be your own. I'm not Tiela, and yet here I am with all her memories trapped in my head. She cared for you so much, as though you were family. Don't kill you, but try the mayor. Well, we had the other guy last week, Dio. I think he goes by say to do the mayor. I've done the mayor. His scene is funny, but you know he is what he is. Like I said, they don't do anything beyond that. And that's what irritated me so. I'm not Tiela, and yet the memories I have of you are so strong and important to me. It's the most frustrating and infuriating feeling. So I tried to become Tiela. Better than Tiela. I I honestly, when I saw that the mayor was on there, I thought he was a joke thing, that you would show up and he'd be like, it would be a joke thing, and then he would turn you down. Because every guide that I look at online, like GameSpot and all that, they only list 8 or 9 characters. They list like the human party members and Cress, and that's it. So there's no mention of Dianthus. There's no mention of Unicorn or the mayor. And yet, I've found all 11. I've done all the side quests. I've done everything except for finishing up. Maybe if you finish Karenoid, there's Gaia as an option, which would be hilarious. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll on my Stella playthrough, I'll wait until I finish Karenoid and everything else, and then I'll go check and see if Gaia is an option. Give me a second. I'm gonna blow my nose. You tried to get closer to Aesel. Bingo! I thought I'd be able to share my strength with him. That was the one thing Tiela was never able to do. My only choice was to overwrite her memories with my own. I was never able to make sense of what I felt in my heart. But in the end, I just became a nuisance to a lot of different people. That doesn't mean you have to leave. Stop, Aesel. That's enough. It's enough for me to know there is someone in this world that looks at me and accepts me for who I am. Otella. Tiela had it really hard, you know. An artificial life created by man, she despaired of this world so often. Every time she remembered why she was created, as she wandered the heaven's egg, all alone. Perhaps that is why she was so easily saved by someone so helplessly nice. Just kidding. Forget I said any of that. I was just having some fun. Truth is, since I don't have an Aesel to look after me like she did, I'm better off just leaving altogether. What? Where did that? I'm still joking. Sorry, I was on a roll. Although, would you come here a moment, Aesel? What's that? It's a data chip, chock full of Tiela's backup data. All the memories she made, up until you killed her with the dragon anyway, are recorded here. You should be able to bring her back if you use it. What? Don't worry, it won't be like it was with me. It'll resurrect the same Tiela you know and love. The genuine article. Is that even possible? All the machinery here is unusable, but with a facility like this one that actually works, it could be possible. So this is something they could do in the sequel, if they get a sequel. And they decide to have, Aesel and crew and all that come back again. Why are you giving me this? Call it an apology for causing you so much grief. Besides, I didn't know of anyone better to give it to. I see. Here, take it. What will you do with it, Aesel? I can't accept it. What? Why not? You would have Tiela back, finally. You're wrong. Even if I use that, Tiela wouldn't come back. It would just create somebody else, different from both you and her. There's no way to bring back those we have lost. That's life, Otella, and it's why we fight so hard to live every day. Even to the bitter end you flatter me with empty words. Ouch. But I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Aesel. Thank you. I guess I'll just dispose of this. It would only cause trouble if I left it. Ah, actually, would you mind holding on to it? Why me? You're basically Tiela's family. It makes sense that you should keep it safe. We may not be able to bring Tiela back, but we can keep her in our memory. Whatever you say, if it'll make you feel better, then I'll keep hold of it. It would. I think it would make Tiela happy too. Anyway, I think we've said all there is to say. Aesel, I'm truly glad I met you. Me too. Same goes for you too, Tutorial. Look after Aesel. I love that our name is now Tutorial. You keep typing in check my text. I don't know if you're think that I'm not checking the chat or if you've got a bug on your computer. But yeah, I did see your thing about try the mayor, and yes, I did see that you can't take the mayor and Portia, which you understand. Yeah, every now and then I just can't see you pop in with check my text. I don't know if you've got a bug on your computer or if that's just you wanting me to respond to the chat and answer every little thing a little faster than I have been. Because I'm kind of going back and forth between the chat and this. And again, I love that she calls us tutorial. Not Haruhi, tutorial. I'm gonna take a picture of that. What burned? That you can't date the mayor and Portia? Or that she's calling us a tutorial? Whatever you say. Otella. Goodbye, you two. And that's the last we see of her, the entire game. So that's it. It's all over. You handled it well, Aesel. Thank you. It's about time we headed home. How does anything in this game work? Like, how does he not poke himself in the head with those with the spikes off his shoulder every time he like lifts his arm? Like right there, he should be getting stabbed in the head by those spikes in that image. It's a JRPG. Nothing makes sense or logic. You know, it's like how does Arya sleep on her hair and actually sleep and not be complaining about like, oh god, it's being pulled. You know. Back the way out we came. Yes, I saw the one about the hair. I responded to it. You got to remember there's a while I say well this is technically live, there is a delay. So you'll type it and it'll show up for me a few seconds later, and then a few seconds later, you know, I might see it and respond to it, but then it's like a few seconds later you'll see it. So like from when you put it in until you hear my response, you're looking at least a like 4 to 6 second delay. Like, let me pop on here and listen to this live on like I'll demonstrate where we're at on this. Like, let me pop over to this on the live, and I can tell you like where what I'm hearing on the stream at the same time that I'm here doing this. So let me pop on here and listen to this live on like I'll demonstrate where yeah, it's about a 4 second delay. Like you'll hear me be quiet for a few seconds as I was listening to it. Is like when I popped over and opened it up, it was when we came out to the map here before I hit the thing. So there's a bit of a delay. So there's also that. So you got to remember that there's going to be a few seconds, and of course, you know, I'm not always watching the chat the entire time. Like I peek over back and forth between the game and the chat. So you know, there's, you know, I might not always necessarily respond, but oh, you're thinking of the burn. You're saying that Otella burned him. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. Here's Hein. Haruhi, thank you for coming. I've saved you a seat. Won't you come in? Now, where to begin? There's so much I need to cover. Did you learn about the flag? Yes, very good. I'll start from there. So, thinking back to the place where we found that flag stuck in the ground, that was what Fiasola was looking for, make no mistake. Then there's the future of the past. What could it mean? Is it connected to that flag? I'm gonna guess what that is like we talked about just recently with the battery life on the light in general sucks. The reason we have the American flag like under the ocean in this is very similar to like we learned about like the Heaven's Egg and the automata and all these other things appearing when the seas light happens. So like the water seas lights just spawned an American flag in the middle of like somewhere just in the ground there. That or this was the moon, that they like went and made it off of the Earth's moon. What could it mean? Is it connected to that flag? For that, I have devised a theory. A theory? Ah. Well, I'm not confident enough to label it a certified conclusion yet, you see. I gotta pop my ear. But that flag was placed by humans that walked this earth long before you or I ever did. How is that possible? Either they created a submarine much like ours and rode it down there, or that at some point that area wasn't underwater. You mean it was above ground once? That, or some other type of environment. Either way, that isn't the important part. That place was special to the humans at that time. They don't tell us anything about how old Harvey, Stella, Ein, whatever the heck you name your protagonist is. For this stream, the Haruhi stream, Haruhi is a they, is non-binary, but you can be like, because that was one of the reasons I chose the name Haruhi was if you're like we've talked about it, like this is very much based on the Oran High School Host Club thing, and Haruhi from that is very much like they never outright say it, but Haruhi, and that is very much written as a non-binary character. You're a girl, technically yes, but or legally yes. Like they even one of the parodies for the show called Oran GSA even full on embraces it and has Haruhi officially a non-binary individual. But no, that we don't know anything about really our protagonist. You gotta remember, we don't even know what the original Haruhi or Stella or Ein looks like in the pod because we're a memory inhabiting a dead body. What? Do not get the one front of that scene. So they don't give us a name. They don't give us an age. It's questionable how they give us a pulse. It is what it is. I don't even know officially that the protagonist of Portia is 18. I mean, they're definitely in their teens or, early 20s, like late teens, early 20s, but I don't think we ever get an exact number. That is the most important part of all. So that's why they put the flag there? Spot on. They probably used that flag as a form of proof that the people were able to reach such a place. Just like you and I. They believed in themselves and fought through thick and thin for their future. And they succeeded. They fulfilled their dream. Let's see. I can check the wiki to see if they haven't answered that, but there's no answer one way or another in the game that I've seen regarding the protagonist's age. Uh, yeah, we don't have age. We have, gender, status, occupation, job, species, faction, resides, hair, and eyes. And most of those are player determinant. Um, so yeah, we don't know their age. Cat, you are being really finicky now, ever since that thing fell. I'm gonna turn you into an armrest. How you like that? Were they from Lost Gaia? If they were, then we can't sit on our hands for too long. So next is what Fiasola meant when she said the future of the past. For that one, I believe I have an answer. The dream of the future, followed by the people of the past. The people of the past left that flag in that place. Which means we must go even further. I am sure that is what Fiasola was trying to say. Well, they don't give it. They never actually say that you're 18. Like, yes, in America, that's going to be that you're 18, but it's one of the things that happens. A lot of times is things in, like, for example, in Japan, the ages will be like 15, and they'll be aged up to 17 when they come here to the West. Um, yeah, it's what I'm trying to pull up right now, but it's being slow. And now my cat is being whiny. Hi. I mean, their age group is young adult, is what the wiki says, the fandom wiki. But there's nothing specifically saying that they're 18. It's just young adults. And like I was saying, because like my time at Porsche, um, the crew that Pathea Games are a Chinese developer. I think they're out of Hong Kong, if I remember right. Um, but again, it's very similar to like Japan versus the West, where a character who's explicitly 15 in Japan is now suddenly 17 or 18 in the West because of things that are socially acceptable at certain ages there versus here. Um, so with this one, they don't give you an exact age. Neither game gives you an exact age. You're a young adult in both games, but there's nothing specifically says, oh, you are 17, you're 18, you're 21, or anything like that. There's no exact age for either of these games. You're just young adults, which, here in the West, we call young adult is like a teenager. She's always one step ahead. It certainly sounds like her. All the while, leaving an impossible assignment to complete. Not just Fiasola's, but the hopes of the people of old have all been entrusted to me. You could leave it to your successor. That day will come eventually, I'm sure. And now you can hear them fighting each other. They are getting their romp on. But for as long as I live, this assignment is mine to work on. Yeah, between about 18 to 21 probably, or 17 to 21. Because they don't give us an explicit age. Here in America, we can assume that they're at least 18, but then say in China or Japan or something like that, they might be like, oh, they're at least 16. You know, there's no official age for any of them. And that's a thing you'll typically see, is that there's no official age for something unless it's like, you know, the Persona games where every single game you're a second year high school student, and in Japan it's 3 years of high school, so you're about like 16 in all of them. Like you might be 15 at the start of the year, turning 16 in the course of it, or you might be 16 at the start of the year and turning 17 through the course of it. I think it's usually 16 turning 17, but you never celebrate your character's birthday either in those ones. But that's an example. It's like you're specifically in this year of high school, so this is going to be your age range. Whereas, stuff like Portia and all this, they're just like, whatever. There you go. It's not important to the story, so it doesn't come up. And of course, you also have to keep in mind, you do set a birthday in Portia, but you never get older either. So you could be playing for 20 years and you don't die or age or anything. Your kids will still be your kids. Um, Legend of Elna Kingdom. Or is that Aina? I think it's Elna. Let's take a look at that. Or Elnia, Legend of Elnia Kingdom, I think is what you're looking for. Uh, World Neverland, maybe? Unless this is something that's like another Google Play Store that you're talking about. Yeah, the World of Elna Kingdom. World Neverland. But for as long as I live, this assignment is mine to work on. My pride won't allow me to leave it to somebody else to do. Right now, however, I think it's time to rest. I mean, the whole babies thing. Some people love it, some people hate it, and it really depends on how well it's implemented. I mean, I saw a video that went out, I think this week or last week, on another channel, talking about what people want to see in the 1.6 patch of Stardew Valley, because we know we're going to get a 1.6 patch. We know it's not going to be terribly big. He said it's not going to be like the 1.5 big, kind of thing, but um, one of the things that was really common people really wanted to see in another big update or something like that, or maybe even a small update, is something revamping the kids, because you have like in Stardew Valley, you have their babies and then their toddlers, and then they never grow up beyond that, and there's no dialogue, no talking to them. So like getting them to grow older, even to like child age stage, kind of like Jazz and Vincent, and have them have dialogue with you, and all that is something people want. And it's, Rune Factory does it really good. That of course, it's also weird is that you don't have the age ranges in between. Like Rune Factory 5, for example, you have the baby and you suddenly jump ahead 5 years and your kid is now officially 5 years old and they never age again. But they can have dialogue with you and they can come along with you into the dungeons and whatnot. And they're actually one of the best characters in the game other than you know, because they take both your spouse's and your stuff inherited and yada, yada, yada. You're going to sleep? More or less. Everyone needs to rest sometime. For now, I'd like to take it easy and work on some new research or invention. You did well, Hein. I could say the same to you. I owe you a great deal. Thank you for following me on my reckless journey. With your help, I was able to get as far as I did. Yeah, it wasn't all me. It's easier to say this now, but I was scared. When we found her submarine, I was scared to accept that Fiesole was dead. Yeah, he's assuming that she's dead, but we never find a body. At least it never states that we find a body. I'd been trying to comfort myself, but I'd been fighting that fear deep in my heart for so long. Yeah, Sims does the whole aging thing better, but again, it's a pure sim. It's not like the closest you have, like, well, yeah, it doesn't really have art. The closest it has to RPG elements is like the skill level system for all your characters, which is what Stardew Valley also has. But you also have with that one have the dungeon exploration for the mines and the skull caverns and so on. Like, I rate Stardew Valley slightly more towards the RPG hybrid than the Sims, which is just a pure sim. This is one that I'm like, it's slightly that way from the RPG side. This is almost entirely an RPG with a little bit of life sim elements to it, but definitely Rune Factory and the My Time titles are the better 50-50 blends. Where yes, you have the dungeons, you have the story, the RPG side of things, but you also have the the farming and the crafting and all that other stuff, and the really important focus on the relationships. Like, The Sims doesn't have enough of a emphasis on the actual characters and their personalities. That's something that is handcrafted like Stardew Valley or Rune Factory has. So that's another reason why we don't do The Sims on this channel. Like, I could definitely play Sim titles on here. I could play The Sims. I thought about doing it for a while, putting together a legacy challenge based around environmentalism and all that with some of the different careers, and one of them starting with it as a like basically a dumpster diver, the freaking kind of type of person. So it's really what the game does. Like, everything has something that does it better, but it's also better at than something. This one is the best that Square Enix has made. That's trying to get into that life sim RPG hybrid. It's also their only attempt, but I'm hoping that they'll do better next time. But you encouraged me, you inspired me, and gave me the strength to move forward. There is no way I would have gotten this far on my own. That's why I owe you so much. Because you always helped me. You were repaying the favor, you mean? Well then, I'll just have to repay you twicefold. Hey, Hein, sorry to interrupt, but you got a minute? Oh, you are? It's that drunk guy from before. Yeah, I wanted to apologize. You did? Why the sudden change of heart? Well, I said some mean stuff about Fiesole, and about you too, remember? Drunk or not, I'm still real sorry for saying that stuff. Not for thinking it, or believing it, but I'm sorry for saying it. I told you back at the tavern. You don't need to worry about it. Never mind that we're back at the tavern now. No, I ain't finished. Truth is, I was jealous of Fiesole. Being an adult and still having dreams to aim for, I couldn't help but be jealous. I'd already given up on my dreams long ago. Still do what? Hmm? Anyway, I just wanted to set things straight. I'm real sorry. If you're really sorry, then you can buy me a drink. For real? Really? Then we can call it even. Thanks, hon. Oh, and by the way, it's not too late, you know. I don't know what your dreams are, but it's too soon to give up yet. I don't know if you're responding to what's going on in this or what. Like some of these things, like please still do that, and they will. It's like that's unclear what you're saying, what you're responding to. Could you be a little more specific when you're talking about those? Those are her. It's never too early or too late to catch up on your dream. What's important is that you never give up chasing it. If humanity can reach the deepest parts of the ocean and plant a flag, then you can do anything. Uh, Sounds like something Fiasola would say, doesn't it? Took the words right out of my mouth. But I believe it. Thanks again, Hein. You helped him change for the better. That was just the beginning. It's what follows that's important. Hurry, I've remembered one last thing. I'd like to organize another presentation for the children. I have a strong feeling it'll go much better this time. Gesundheit? Maybe someone's talking about you. Can I count on you to join me when the time comes? Of course. Thank you. I look forward to it. Beginning anew. Like, even the inclusion of a new game plus for this would make this game better, have some more replay to it. But there isn't one. Let's see. There is no emo in here, so you must be out at the beach. No? Where's the lighthouse quest up there? Where the heck is emo? Oh, she's in the Coral Shrine. Ah, okay. Well, we'll have to go, down there. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Oh no, we won't do the Sims 4 here on this channel. It doesn't fit with the theme that I'm trying to build up the channel around. I mean, maybe later on, eventually, once we're a big enough channel that I can be like, oh yeah, we can diversify and all that, and do things. But when you're a small channel, you really need to be focused. You know, it's why I've only done the one game, even though like all the complaining I do about this game and so on, it's like I stuck it out to finish it out and get that and build things. And it's like asking you guys, what do you want to see next? What do you want to see next? Before moving on. Because if I just decided, you know what, I'm going to do Rune Factory next, and I jumped to that, then, you know, some of the fans of the Harvestella thing might not want to do the Rune Factory thing. And so I might lose subscribers or lose watch time and stuff like that. And it's not going to help me develop if I'm jumping around. So, like, right now, we're in that transition from Harvestella to Portia, but we're going to eventually drop Harvestella in, you know, one or two more sessions with this, and then that'll probably be it. Hurry. I'm sorry for calling you here so suddenly. You're still worried, huh? Um, um, I'm taking a break from singing after what happened. I'm not sure how I can face the people of Shatola now. Perhaps it would be better if things went back to the way they were. before I ever arrived. You've been dwelling on this a lot. Harvey, I... Mm, I can't go back to Shatola. Yes, you can. My presence will only remind the people of Lorelei. But if I'm gone, maybe they'll finally give people a chance to forget her. A chance to move on from their hardship. I could, but it is way too early to do that. I mean, the person who's done the most, probably has the most channels individually would be like Matt Pat from like Game Theory. He's been doing it for 10 years. And he adds like a channel every couple years, every like 2 or 3 years. So it is way too early for me to be doing a second channel. And it's just trying to do multiple channels would split the time. So I'd be like, I would stream on this channel one day and then do the Sims channel the next day. And instead of doing 2 days a week dedicated to this one, it's if there's reaches a point where I can do this professionally, then absolutely I can. But right now, no. I mean, you have more subscribers than I do. I have 50 subscribers, and that's a progress. Up until we started Harvestella, really, a couple months ago, I had maybe 3 or 4 subscribers. Like, Harvestella has been good for this channel. Doing, um, moving on to Portia and some of the other things will help bring in some other people. But it might drive away some of the Portia subscribers, or some of the Harvestella subscribers. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. I haven't done videos throughout the week yet for Portia. I've still got 1 or 2 more videos for Harvestella. Like, I'm going to do the money-making one that I talked about earlier, and then we'll see after that. I think you've got it all wrong. Get mad, Harvey. This is the right thing to do. I knew I had to leave Shatola someday anyway. I'm not like them. Humans and sirens can't live together. See, I want to marry her now just to prove her wrong. Our parting ways came sooner than I would have liked. But I should still leave nonetheless. Can you really not live together? No matter what I do, it's already too late. Even if I try talking to them, they won't understand. If I so much as mention Lorelei, you are a part of Shatola. For now. But you connect both humans and sirens, and you can understand both sides. I don't know which one to pick. Connect both the humans and sirens. Me? You want to do right by both. Hurry! Mother, walk beyond this dream. Hurry! I love them all, the people of Shatola, my family, the sirens. And that is why I think I know what I can do. I have to at least try it. I think I'll get through to them this time. I'll help everyone in Shatola understand. Yeah, they're chilling. I got one staring at me like he wants attention. He thinks, just a little meow now. And the other's laying down somewhere back there behind me. They got their romp on. They like to do that every now and then. It wasn't like a serious fight, it was a play fight. I'm not ready to give up yet. I'll help you however I can. I know, you're pitiful. Autumn can probably hear you too. Thank you. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Oh. Oh no, I only have 3 followers. I'm following 47 people. I was just checking to see who's following me on Twitter here. One is a friend, one is a graphic designer who helped me early on when I was starting the channel. And no, as far as I know, she does not know about Fiasola. She may have known Fiasola, but I don't know. I doubt it. Oh, you're pitiful. All right, that was that. The last one we have left to talk to today is Dianthus, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, just Dianthus, the use of life. This is one, if you haven't finished this quest, this is one that might make you cry since you are more emotional than me, which, I mean, that's not necessarily, a problem. It's, I'm terribly unemotional. Let's see. Dianthus is. I'm not seeing her on the bridge. She must be out up on top again. You wonder if the kids knew what? About Fiasola being a siren? Probably not. I think Hein was probably the only one who knew. Then again, it's also, the people of Shatola don't know that Lorelei was the sirens after the philosophical flame. Hurry, so you came. I was able to get in contact with the sender I mentioned the other day. They agreed to meet with us. I have their address, so I would like to meet them as soon as possible. Are you ready to go, Haruhi? I'm ready. Yeah, I need some more time. Then let's embark. If my information is correct, this should be the sender's home. They asked us to wait outside and they would come to meet us. Excuse me. Are you Emily? You're an omen? I thought you would have mentioned that. Yeah, like you were talking about how does Otella not trip over her hair? Look at Dianthus, in those heels no less. I assumed the risk of them refusing to meet with me would be too high if I did. However, I can't say I'm surprised by her reaction. Apologies, Harvey. Would you mind playing the role of intermediary? Oh, there's no need. I was surprised, but I'd still like to hear what you have to say. You're not afraid of me. You want what to be real? I don't really have much time to be afraid of anymore. Or have much to be afraid of anymore, considering how much time I have left. I mean, let's exchange pleasantries. My name is Dianthus. And this, beside me, is Haruhi. Dianthus and Haruhi. So you are behind the suggestion box? It's been the talk of the town lately. That is us. It's mostly Dianthus' project. We've been working on it together. They say if you place your worries in the box, that someone would answer them. So I thought maybe I should too. We're quite good at simple questions, so we've been able to respond to everyone. A question with a less straightforward answer like this one takes some more time. So you do write responses to everyone. How peculiar. An omen providing the answers to our human worries. Does that surprise you? Quite a lot, actually. But just because they're an omen doesn't make them bad, I guess. Do you mind if we continue? Oh, yes, of course. You came because you read my letter, right? Did I write something untoward? I hope I didn't upset you. I understand if you're annoyed by me asking for advice about my illness. No, quite the opposite. Really? I came because I want to cure your illness. Excuse me? Time is against us, so would you mind if I examined your physicality? Well, okay, but... Very good. Please excuse me. Bow, bow, chow, wow, wow. Dianthus examines Emily's body. Again. Brown chicken, brown cow. So what do you think? As expected, we have a cure for the girl's illness recorded in our database. But I am unable to cure her this time. It's already progressed too far, hasn't it? That is correct. We could use our knowledge to extend your life expectancy. It's just a village out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like the little quest village that just appears only for like a couple of parts of Baraka's quest chain. Like we have the 4 actual cities, but then there's like little villages dotted along the way that we don't actually get to visit outside of like little side character quests, stuff like this. But that is all. There is no way to cure you now. I did not anticipate your illness to have progressed to the stage that it has. Hello, jerkbutt, crying all over me. Are you okay knowing this? Okay would be a strange word to use. It isn't anything I don't already know, so there's no need to worry. Thank you for letting me know that it is at least curable if caught earlier. I am sorry. It was foolish of me to ask you to set such precious time aside for this. No, please don't feel bad. I didn't believe I could be cured in the first place. Why are you like this? Pardon? Oh, dang it. My cat just stepped on my controller. Why are you so calm? Doesn't death scare you? It does. But remember when you asked why I wasn't afraid to see you? The answer is the same. Yeah, I don't know. Her house isn't in any of the places we can visit. It's like a off the map little village. Probably near Lethe, but it doesn't have a specific. The only place that her house exists is within these character quests. But remember when I asked you why I wasn't afraid? When you asked why I wasn't afraid to see you? The answer is the same. I've come to terms with it. There's no point in being scared anymore. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? Everyone around me has given up. Me, my family, my doctor. But you came with an earnest desire to fix me. They don't specify. I mean, for all we know, it's the Quiet. Even though we've cured Quietus, she might have been affected by it earlier. It's been a long time since I've met anyone like that. It's probably not the Quiet because we don't have a cure for that, but you know what I mean. We never learn what it is. She shows up through the next couple levels of this character quest and Jane and well, you'll see. It made me happy in a way. But I didn't do anything worthy of your thanks. Oh, Dianthus. I have an idea. Like I said, we don't know if it's cancer. Again, you gotta remember, there's the delay. So when you type it in, it's gonna take a little bit till I respond, and then it'll take a little bit till you hear it. So, you know. About what? I think I know what I want to do with the time I have left, but I would need your help in order to do it. That's why you wrote to us, right? That's right. Let's do what we originally came here for. Thank you. So, what is it that you want to do? Oh, right. It'll take me some time to prepare. Again, we don't know what her illness is. They never specify. Let me check to make sure my audio didn't drop out. No, it shows I'm still talking. Yeah, we don't know what her illness is. They never specify what it is. It's something that, we have a cure for if it's not caught too late, which in this case it's too late, but that's all we ever hear about her illness. Like, the people of Gaia don't have a cure for it. The omens who have all the earlier information and all the stuff that they've been building based on old Gaia or lost Gaia, they have a cure for it, but they caught it too late. So who knows what the heck it is? For all we know, it's AIDS. You know, or yeah. Eventually she will die. Doesn't happen on screen, but yes, she will eventually die. She's incurable. She's past the point of being cured. Would you mind coming back here another day? Understood. Please send us another letter once you are ready. I will. Thank you again. Hmm. The able heart is quite complex. Hurry, let's return home for now. The use of life. And that is it for all the character quests for this day, and it's only 140. So, we'll return home, and maybe we'll do a couple of floors of the Karenoid. There we go. But for real quick, I am gonna go let my boys out so they can go run loose, and then I'm gonna go use the restroom as well. So I'll be right back. Watch out, boys. Watch out. Are you coming back, or you want to stay out there? Okay, you can stay out there. Yeah, we don't know what it is. I mean, just like the real world, where we don't necessarily have a cure for cancer or AIDS or any of that, but you have to keep in mind this is over 2,000 years in the future with AIs that have advancements way above and beyond us, and even the humans of Arya's time were 400 or 500 years in our future. In our future, I think it was like 2,700 for her when she died. 2,732 or something like that. I forget what year it was, but yeah. So we don't know what it is. And it wasn't that they were hungry. They don't like being cooped up for too long. If they have the full home range of the house to go through, which they don't always. We got a few hours. Let's go do about 5 floors of Karenoid. And then tomorrow we'll probably do another few floors, try to get through as much of everything as we can. Actually, before I forget, let's go check what I have in there to process. Because I think we have, not death acid yet, but stuff we can process to upgrade our weapons, maybe? No. Yeah, we needed the monoplate. Who's in our party? Y'all two are okay. You're not great. All right, let's go into Karenoid for a few floors. And we were up what? Yeah, floor 30. Yeah, so we'll probably get to floor 35, and then the next day in game we'll do 35 through 40, or even through 45 if we can. Because after floor 40, you unlock a whole bunch of new stuff that drops, like what's it called? It's like deadly acid or death acid or something like that you process, and it's the ingredient you need for your level 11 and 12 weapons upgrades. Because you can upgrade your weapon all the way to level 15. But you start needing stuff from down here in Karenoid to do it. All right. Continue exploring everything. Let's go down this way first. Just checking the wells, trying not to get our butts kicked. Oh, there we go. Goes deeper. He's just patrolling that. Look inside the well. Goes deeper. Wow. I am getting good luck on these ones. The first one I'm finding, None of them have had enemies jump out yet. Do. Seems to be something inside. Premium meat. Ooh, that's nice. Gotta love premium meat. There's the enemies. Chaos powder, start crystal. Do. Peek inside the well. Ooh, Philosopher's Stone again. Those are nice, I guess, if you want to make the thing with them. Oh, that actually does have a good range once you charge it up. Do. But yeah, the one that whines, like his name is Shadow, and he doesn't whine just if he's hungry. He'll whine for pretty much any reason. He just wants something. Sometimes it's that he wants attention. Sometimes he wants to be let loose. My favorite cereal, I'm not a big cereal person. Never have been. if I were to pick a specific, like, just this one cereal, it would probably be, I guess, Basic 4. You know, I'm more like the eggs and sausage and, that kind of thing for breakfast. Sort. Inside the well. Oh, there we go. Now we go deeper. Oh, we're gonna have one of these forms. All right, let's eat up. Chicken butt, taking names. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's on. Let's reload. That's on cooldown. Let's kill these guys so we don't have so many things trying to kick our butts. All right, now. Come on. There's the break. And there's the slashing. Oh, we killed it. Oh, we didn't have to use the teammate. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys don't drop it. Usually, when you fight fears, they drop the accessory behind, but these guys don't do it. Ooh, Hermit's Root and Wise Man's Root. Those are good. Save. We'll probably jump down. It's 7 o'clock. And yeah, we'll hold on off on those Soma potions. So let's actually go back up. I want to save the Soma potions until we're like the lower floors, really deep, because those are really, really good, but also really, really hard to come by. Yeah, honey bunches of oats. Yeah. Um, the closest thing to cereal that I eat is on my diet is like my current diet. I'm supposed to be doing Kashi Golden Crunch, but it's not. I didn't buy any, so I'm using up like oatmeal from the previous month. Um, and that's like 2 days a week. I don't do a lot of high carb. I have like 2 days a week that are high carbs, and the rest of my days of the week are low or moderate carbs. Um, and that's how I've been, successful in losing weight. Let's see, 7 hit points. Yeah, let's just do. And now he's pawing at the door to be let back in. My cat, I swear. I love him, but he's a jerk. Ooh. Let's do this one first. Faster cooldown. Boy, you have abandonment issues. He really does. He was a year old when I got him, so his previous family, I think I've told the story, gave him up because he was quote unquote too mean. So he has abandonment issues. He doesn't like being left out. Well, I'm like if I go to the bathroom and I close the door behind me, he doesn't. He'll like be there pawing at the door, like let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. And okay, we have drinks and food ready for the next day. We'll go to bed early. There's nothing else to do. Winterfrost, day 11. We made 900 gorilla. Woo! Look at all that money. Yeah, it's hard to make money in this game if you don't know. Like, have the good processing power and everything else. Oh wow, we already got some letters. That's nice. Yeah, let's get that. We can get that. We can get that. Yeah, I would like to one day have like my own place and let my be able to let my cats just roam in and out while I stream. But unfortunately, like I live with family and one of their dogs had puppies about 5, 6 weeks back, and so the puppies are one of them especially is being very yappy and loud lately, so it's definitely got to close the door. So they have to be either in here or out there, and it's just also living with a lot of people when you're trying to record, etc. A mysterious able from Dianthus. I received correspondence from Emily. It would seem the preparations she mentioned the other day have been completed. I wonder what they were. I cannot begin to fathom what I would want to do if I were an able with such little time left to live. Let us go and meet her. Her condition could change at any moment, so I wish to see her as soon as possible. I will wait for you on the airship. And we're not going to go do that. Today we're going to take care of our crops. Yeah, one of the nice things about the end of Quietus is because you no longer have a Quietus, your crops no longer wither between seasons. So something that doesn't grow, like, is in season when you plant it, but is not in season in the next season, will continue to grow, but at a, like, half as fast. So you can still grow stuff, like if you're working on finishing up your fairy orders, for example, um, and you need to finish something up, you can still get those going. And we'll feed the animals real quick, and then we'll go into Karenoid. We gotta finish up level 40. One premium feather. Nothing from the other one. Boo. Very boo. And these guys somehow always get theirs outside. I don't know how that works. All right. Well, it's not that the kitties hate the yapping. It's more, I'm trying to be on here, and I don't want, you and whoever else is listening in when I'm doing, if I'm recording a video, yapping. Like, today was the puppy's first day outside. Um, we've got like a little enclosure just for them, and they were out there and they were freaking out about the sunlight and all this stuff. And one of them was just like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" And unfortunately, that enclosure is like right outside the window where I record. Oh no, we're not going inside the well. We're gonna take this. We don't want. We want to go to a lower floor. And down we go. Goes deeper. Yep. Continuing. And oh, we're in the middle of one of these wraps. Okay, cool. I have no idea which one this is gonna be. First one goes down deeper again. That's really fine because really what I need to get is the below level 40. I mean, getting some experience and all that would be good. Like on the post game for mine, where I'm like level 80 something, and I really want to get the whatever, my levels up and whatever. Not a lot of. Oh, there's a polluted earth. There's one I can turn into something. Peek inside the well. Yes. Goes deeper. Of course it goes deeper. 39th floor. We got this floor, which is just a find the one well, because there's full of the fear enemies. And that one well is going to be like down here in the far corner. Yep. Goes deeper. And here's one with an actual, like, fear. Oh, I remember this floor. I hate this floor. Let's kill as many of these as fast as we can. Yeah, you can see these guys they have a lot of health. Yeah, this is a you need better gear kind of floor. I had this happen this floor. I came up on my Stella playthrough, and I was higher level, and I still got my butt kicked. I was not prepared for how much damage these guys do. And the poison does not help any either. So we're gonna have to go back out and get food after this. Alright, we're almost through the little guys. Wow, I don't know what the heck here. Yeah, I'm still gonna die. I'm out of food, I'm out of drink, I'm out of everything. And I'm poisoned. Yep, there we go. The amount of poop in my time at Portia, and yet it's a game where you want the poop, isn't it? There's actually a fun achievement in my time at Portia. If I don't think they've included achievements unless it's like an in-game thing that they've put in for the Switch, but um, on the Steam version, the original, they have an achievement for like putting poop in your blender to make fertilizer, and it's like, oh gross, or something like that's what it's called. Oh, you're awake. Well, that's a relief. You passed out in front of your house again, weak and unable to move. No, I passed out way deep in the frickin' well. I told you not to push yourself so hard, didn't I? I was really worried, you know. Anyway, I'm going home. Oh, and I took my doctor's fee again. My services aren't cheap, so bear that in mind. Yeah, 1,700 Grilla in doctor's fees. That's cheap in the post game. I mean, I know I'm not like. Oh, here we go. And now we have the mayor showing up. This is the day the mayor shows up. Instead of first thing in the morning, he's showing up at noon. Morning, Ari. How are you doing today? Could be better. I just got woken up at noon because I got my ass kicked yesterday. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's better to rest if you're feeling out of sorts. Don't go overdoing it. I dropped by because I couldn't help but wonder how empty this house must have become. It's perfect for two, though, eh? Just like when you and Arya both lived together. Ho ho ho. Have you put any thought into looking for a life partner? Somebody to share your home with, to discuss your worries and live your life together with. It's a vow you make with another person. There must be all kinds of folk you've come to trust over this time. Am I right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's some people I could do trust. I don't know that I want to marry him yet. Of course there are. Having a partner is a wonderful thing. If you ever find someone like that, then you make one of these to give them and tell them how you feel. You received the promise ring recipe. Yeah, the achievement for it. Let me look and pull up my Steam and see what it was. Portia. Let's see. Load the achievements. Why does she who keep doing what? The crest keeps charging us? Let's see. Where's the achievement? Here we go. It's called Vomit, and it's just. Did I just use the blender to mix feces? Yeah, that's what the achievement is. There's also one for like. I only got that recently because it's not something I had ever done. It's called Bad Cook, just failed at cooking one time. And it's like, no, I have the recipes over here on this side, so I know exactly what I need to do to make it. But there's a few achievements I still haven't gotten yet. I haven't done, like Master Chef and all that way, which are the, making 30 different dishes and unlocking all the backpack slots and stuff like that. Or even cumulatively giving out like 500 gifts. There's a bunch of ones that are just like, you got to do this thing a lot. I think one of the rarest one is to beat, when do you get this post game scene? It's about 5 or 6 days after you've beaten the game. Like I said, it's about a week. I think it's just shy of a full week. So like on my Stella playthrough, I beat the game on like the 27th or 28th of summer, and he shows up on the 3rd of autumn. So it's a good several days. You received the promise ring recipe. It's something of a tradition to give one of these to the one you're ready to spend the rest of your life with. But remember, you can only give these to one person. So make sure you think about it good and hard. Anyway, I'll be seeing ya. Crest is just going to keep charging us. She doesn't charge us hardly anything. I mean, mind you, for what we've got, it was a lot because we have basically nothing. We're not making a lot of good money right now, but that's because we're buying up a lot of stuff. I mean, even if I'm like 120,000 gorilla, it's only like 2,000 or 3,000 that she charges. So it's like it's more of a nuisance and an inconvenience than anything at that point. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like the poops are good for getting seeds. Um, I don't think you can get it from the livestock. It's only like the ones out in the wild though. They give you seeds. But yeah, it's absolutely a good thing to have. And here, we'll make the ring. It has its own tab. It is the only thing that I know of that shows up on this little 3-dot tab on the far right. We'll make it though. With our last piece of crimson iron. Wow, I need to go get some more. Takes an hour, which is, we don't have much today anyways. Ring made with crimson iron. Its beautiful shine represents an eternal bond. And out we go. And comes, what do we name her? Flambe in this one? She's Flamer in my Stella file. I had like, all kind of dirty, naughty ones on my on that file. You made a promise ring. Hey, did you make something super shiny just now? Wow! It's a ring! What'd you make that for? Nope. Yeah, this is one of those places where, like, it's going to assume you're going to answer this is really important. So, like, I don't know how much you care about the immersion of it. Like some people are like, that's jarring that the dialogue doesn't answer that and it breaks my immersion. I never found this game terribly immersive to begin with, but I can definitely see the complaint. And this one, it's like, it's like, I'll say, oh, I can't give it to you. And she's like, oh, what? It really is? So, I can't give it to you. Oh, it is? See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I didn't say anything about its importance. She's just like, oh, okay. Oh, I just said I can't give it to you. I thought it'd be fun to play ring toss with, was all. If you're not going to use it for games, then what are you going to use it for? You explained to Flambe. A life partner, huh? Is that something you've been thinking about, Haruhi? So, do you know who you're going to give it to? I haven't decided yet. You can choose only one, right? Well, there's no harm in taking your time to think about it. Still, Haruhi's life partner. Woo! I know! I'm gonna do my part too. This is super important, right? So you should let them know you want to talk by sending a letter first. You just tell me who you want to send one to, and I'll handle the rest. Just let me know once you've decided, okay? And that is it. Now she'll be like out by the mailbox, and we can talk to her. And we pick who we got, but we can only be someone we've completed everything with. I think I checked this already, didn't I? Yeah. Let's go do stuff. Let's see what we have in here. Not that. Put more of that in there. Do that. We can process those. We got food-wise. That's good healing. Oyster and veggie udon. It's okay. I'd like some magic defense against that poison thing. What's funny? Her response, the fact that it's just like immersion breaking, what? Ooh, actually, let me do a thing or three here. The rest of this day is going to be spent getting our stuff together for the next day. No letters in the mail, interestingly. Yeah, we can't marry Hein yet. We have to finish the character quests. Oh, we got some grape jam. That's good money. All right. And ooh, enjoy the banana. I have to be careful with bananas. Little known fact: if you are the medication that trans women typically take, spironolactone, to block our testosterone and all that and bring those levels down, it messes with our electrolytes, and so like we have to be careful. Like my doctors, when I first got on my hormones, were like, you can't eat more than one banana a day, and even that I found was like pushing it. So like I'd have to push it like every other day at best, otherwise I'd start to get sick. So I have to be careful with bananas. Um, Orange juice. I need to make some orange juice. I should have enough. Yes, almost enough for the three. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll make them in tomorrow because we get more of them tomorrow to make into a 36 batch, and that'll be good enough for poison. Oh yeah, the ring toss thing. Yeah, like I said, she's the fairies. The fairies are fun. They're some of the more interesting characters, even though they're not terribly fleshed out. I wish we did more with the other three than just the fire fairy. Like, the fire fairy is definitely the traditional prankster kind who wants to play and all that, but you got, like, I think it was the wind or the water fairies just like really sleepy all the time and drowsy, and they have their personality to them, but you don't get to see much of them outside of like their initial scenes when you first recruit each of them, and then the one scene when you get the thing. Yeah, I need something there from Karenoid, and then the death acid process. What is that I need from Karenoid, and what floor is it? I see. I mean, I can't afford it either, but because it's like 10,000, 15,000, but we'll have money here in the coming days. Does this game rant is always never very good. Like, it caps out at level 8, for example, on this, even though there's 15 levels. So it's like, yeah, I can't check there to see what I need for these levels. Uh, oh, this doesn't help me. This is Japanese. Oh, the Pistis Crystal. Okay, yeah, I know what those are. I haven't found those in there. Let me see. What floors do they drop on? Are they also 40 plus? Yeah, 41 to 59. I managed to find those in my solo playthrough through uh killing some of the fears that you can find around the world. So no, we cannot upgrade our thing. Let's go make some food. Yeah, I got nothing to eat right now. Once we finish up in about an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour, I'll go make something. It's my high carb day, so I have a recipe um, given to me by my trainer who's got it's like a pizza recipe, but it's like instead of like normal pepperoni, it's like the turkey pepperoni, and it's using like a flatbread and a lot of veggies on it. So it's not like oh, there we go. That stopped. So yeah, I'll have that. It'll be good. I imagine plum juice is pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, we could make ice cream. Oh, that's our last sugar too. Ugh. Yeah, we need to do that because we need to turn that in for the quest. What does this need? Chili pollock. So fish in the capital. Okay. That means onions. Ooh, that is a really good thing. Got the stamina regeneration up, physical attack, magic defense. Because you're young and you have a fast metabolism still. I mean, I was a toothpick until I got through the military and the stress put on my weight. So, the fact that I'm off the truck and I'm able to work out and all that, and, I'm not doing anything that's really bad for my health and my weight and all that. That's how I've dropped so much weight so well. It's like, okay, no, I'll have my weeks that I plateau and all that, but it's like, no, I've dropped, 40 pounds in 7 months. So that's how you're not fat. You're young and you have a good metabolism. Let's go turn this in. We have ice cream over here. We turn. Oh, I should grab more stuff because I think I have more. Anyways, Oh, not that one, this one. Do, 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 do. Uh, I don't think so off the top of my head. I don't think I've ever had red plum. I think I've only had like normal traditional purple ones. I might have had red ones and just not know the difference. Did you bring some meals? I brought ice cream in this frozen wasteland. Oh yeah, I see I can bring herring and a fur coat and all that, so. Speaking of fish, let's go see if we can get that chili pollock that we need for that one recipe. Um, Snow Hut Square. Yes, the fishing in this is not the most interesting. It's not like it's a mini game to it, like Portia or Stardew Valley. It doesn't have the interesting like trying to aim where the fish are like Rune Factory. It just is what it is. Yeah, you're 23. You know, my metabolism didn't drop until I was like 25, 26. And now I'm like 38, and I've reworked. I've reinvigorated my metabolism. So it is what it is. And we all have different metabolisms and different body types. I've had friends who in high school were struggling, were like they couldn't not be fat. It's the way their body works. You know, I have a really rare body type. Like they try to break it into like what they call ecto, meso, and endo body types. So like it's how your body maintains fat and all that. And so I'm a weird blend of like the you're super scrawny, but you also get really fat. It's like my body just burns fat, easily, but it also stores fat easily. So it's, if I'm super skinny, it's because I'm not, whatever. But if I'm, super fat, it's because I've either super been stressed or I've not been eating properly. And so then you might have a similar body type, or you might just have a specifically the skinny type one as well. All right, we got a couple of these chili pollocks. Now we can make that dish. Hooray. What's fun, being skinny? Do, do, do. I'll go in there. Oh, did I not take care of the animals today? I did not take care of the animals today. Let's do that before we go to bed. Dude. Oh, right, we're starting to make money off of our animals too. That's good. It's not gonna be good money, but we'll have, probably. I did the wrong one. And there's this. Do 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 do. Yeah, between all of that, we'll maybe make 1,000 for today off of those guys. But you start making, 1,000 a day, 1,000 a day, 1,000 a day, or, it adds up over time. And then you'll have the really good money making days. Oh, right, I forgot the grape jam. So that's 1,800, yeah. But yeah, the splendid horns are 300 each. The premium feathers are 250 each. So you start making good money off of your animals, over time. That builds up, and that's how that works. Oh, the fishing in Harvestella. It's okay. It's not. I don't mind playing it, but it's not the most interesting to watch. Like if I were playing Stardew Valley, you could watch me struggling as the fishing bar is going up and down and trying to do the fishing quest. Or the same thing with the keeping up with the fishing in Portia. Trying to keep it going left and right and all that. This one it's just I sit here, I sit and I wait, and then when it goes down, I pull it up, and it's like, yep, that's not exciting to watch. Golf is more exciting. There's more going on with golf. Arya, let's go to the beach. I know this is sudden, but let's go to the beach. I just really want to look at the sea. I'll wait for you in Shatola. We need to talk from Shrika. Apologies for the sudden letter, but there is something I wish to discuss with Unicorn, and I would like you to be present. I called him Uniform for a second there. As you are his servant, it would be prudent to speak with you beforehand. I will meet you at the forest. The Vigil by Emo. It is nearly time for the vigil, and I have done all that I can. I can only hope that the people of Shatola will understand how I feel through my song. I just need them to listen. I do not know what will happen, but I will do my best. I'll be waiting by the beach. Please meet me there. A new and improved grand presentation by Hein. Thank you for listening to me the other day. With your help, I have come to a renewed conclusion regarding Fiasola and know how to move forward. But that is not where his story ends. No, in fact, I will soon be holding another presentation. This will be a fresh start, and of course your participation is welcome. Please join me in my atelier at your convenience. Signed, Hein. Have you heard of Gummy? I mean, I've heard of a number of things that are called Gummy, like gummy bears. Gummy was the name of the pet alligator for Pinkie Pie in the Friendship is Magic era of My Little Pony. There's a lot of things you can say for Gummy. Can you be more specific by what you mean by Gummy? A chance to catch up by Aesel. Nobody's seen another dragon since Otella left on her journey. Do you think things will finally calm down now? You and I haven't had a proper chance to catch up since all this started, have we? We should remedy that sometime soon. Why not stop by Namiya next time you get to have the chance? Cheers, Aesol. Oh, Animal Crossing? Uh, that is one of the villagers, isn't it? Or the gummy cards? Yeah, considering how long a character quest day takes, it usually is like 2 hours to do all those. We won't do that today. We've only got, like I said, about 30, 45 minutes left to the stream, so we'll make this our last in-game day. And then we'll do Portia tomorrow. But yeah, do you mean like the gummy cards? Or is that the name of a villager that I can't think of off the top of my head? Oh, damn it, I did it reverse. I keep doing that. Let's see, ooh, these are ready to harvest. As are these. And all of these. Gumi Gumi? Let me see. Animal Crossing Gumi. Um, that's the. I mean, they have what they call gummy cards. that you can buy, which are like little cards, packets, and stuff that you can buy in Japan. But it's also the Japanese name for one of the squirrel characters, Poppy, according to Google. Let's see here. We have 4 of those. How many Argent cabbage do we have? So we need to just sell these batch? Yeah, we got plenty enough to just sell the ones we have. Yay, because I managed to figure out who Gummy was. Oh, I had stuff back here. Apple juice. That's nice. I need the orange juice actually now. Oh, I need these. No. Yeah, you fall asleep through some of my playthroughs. It wouldn't be the first time that you've fallen asleep through one of my playthroughs. I think you did it during one of the Harvestella ones as well, because you were, on cough syrup or something at the time. Which is not usually my goal is to put people to sleep, but it is what it is. That's one of the side effects of, I'm not a terribly strongly emotional person. So, like I said, I've said that before, but it also carries in my voice. I have a very kind of calm, soothing voice, very monotonous at times. I really need more orange juice to remove poison. That does continuous damage to me. Move slow, physical defense down. Yeah, helmet drinks are good too. Oh, from Hatsune Miku? I thought you were saying Gummy from Animal Crossing. But since you're bringing up Hatsune Miku, did you hear about the guy who married a hologram over her? Yeah, Gumi's another one of those Vocaloid kind of things, like Hatsune Miku. I don't have any good poison protection stuff right now to deal with that thing. Let's see. It's weak to Sage. Which we don't have a good reliable way to deal Sage damage. What is its other weaknesses? Oh, Arbiter. Wave, water, sage, and poison. Oh wow, I know exactly what I need to make then. I'm gonna do that. There's a good set of classes just for that fight. We will take off you and you and put on Shadow Walker. I find it interesting that the poison thing is weak to poison. I don't know, blend. What's funny? That there's the Vocaloid thing. Poison. Wait, let's see if I can find it. No. Wave, water, and poison. There's a specific food that does wave, water, and poison damage. Nope, that's not it. It's not it. It's not water, ice. No, there's wave and poison. It's not bad. Shitola Aquapasa. Ooh, that's an HP regen. I didn't realize that off the top of my head. Also good to have. Let's make 3 of those. We are going to go back and kick that thing's butt with a vengeance. Let's wave damage up now. Wave and earth. I thought there was something in here that was wave, water, and poison. Maybe it was just the wave and poison. Those are good too because of the HP regen. That's one of the things I like the chocolate stuff from in this game is you get a lot of HP regen from them. Cool, I'll have to look into this. What is it? Kyoto? Like Pokemon? I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but I do enjoy it every now and then. You know what? We'll do a couple of these. I could make more if I had more venom clams, but the boosts on that should be good enough. Yeah, like that's a good one for a wave class. All right, let's go see if we can kick this thing's butt again before we call it a day on the stream. Oh, we need a drink too, don't we? Yeah, we have one. Let's get a couple more. And see, that's 700. We'll do the tomato juice. Might as well use it. All right, let's go kick some butt. Pick some names. Like Arbiter of Love, as it's called. Oh, poison's weak to poison? I don't think poison's weak to poison. You're thinking dragon is weak to dragon. That's the only thing in Pokemon that's weak to itself, I think. Got Chaos Jam. Yeah, we got to get down to the next set after this to level up our weapons because you get things like Pistis Crystal and other stuff that you can find in chests by beating really high level fear enemies, but it's not worth it to do it that way. Oh, okay, yeah, the Keto is another Vocaloid. Okay, yeah. Black Pearl. Ooh, we're gonna get some money today. Black Pearl, Star Crystal. It ain't gonna be great money, but it's gonna be money. Goes deeper. Let's go. Let's do this! Pull a Leroy Jenkins. That's old school. I feel old. I mean, I am old, but you know. Yeah, I put on most of my weight in the military. When I first went to basic training, going back to our talk about being skinny earlier, like I weighed 174 pounds when I left for basic training. And, you know, most people in my unit at the time were losing 10, 15, 20 pounds. I only lost 4 the entire time I was there. You know, I used to be like an absolute toothpick, which was my nickname, was Toothpick. But I just need to quit fearing me. And that's the thing I hate, when they have something like that that interrupts your ability and yet you still have to do the cooldown now. Let's see. We gotta find a well. There we go. Goes deeper. Do. I could fish here for vending clams, but I mean, I can just do that to I don't need to go down the wells for that. Or this deep in the well, rather, I should say. As far as I know, you don't get anything better fishing on the deeper floors. Hey, get over here. Quit running around. Let's heal. Ooh, pyro liquid. That's not that useful anymore. Yeah, the floors you get after once you get 440, that's when you start getting the good stuff. Oh yeah, my cats are old boys. Like I said, one of them's 10, the other one's 11. They've been with me since 2013. You know, and like I said, you know, I mean, one of them I adopted when he was 5 weeks old. The other one was a year old. But you know, they've been with me for all that time. Yeah, I've been enjoying my last few years with them. All right, now we are gonna do a thing. Oh, I never upgraded this for its last ability. That sucks. How close it? Oh, not Pilgrim. Oh wow, I am nowhere near close enough. Oh well. Well, kill as many of these guys as we can. I was really hoping I had my Woodlinda leveled up enough that I would have the healing ability on it too. Well, yeah, just die, like you said. I think I should eat something. Oh, I'm not allowed to eat. Dang it. I ate so much that that's why yeah, I've never got the full stomach is it wouldn't let me eat anymore. I was full already. Well, at least we leveled up. Yeah, we're gonna need to grind some levels before we can do that again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We get it, Chris. We were just here like the day before yesterday. Or no, yeah, it was the day before. You're awake, you passed out, blah blah blah. We're just gonna skip you. 1725 in fees, yeah. It's never super expensive, but it's more annoying than anything. So I think what we need to do, other than leveling up our Waglinda class, is see, sell that and that. And we'll take this. Well, it's not weak to Pilgrim. That's the thing. Its weaknesses are Wave, Water, Sage, and Poison. And there's no good, reliable way to do a lot of Sage damage regularly. Um, I talk about this a little bit in my class guide, talking about the Assault Savant, which seems like it would be your most reliable way to do it. But it's not like the Adventure class where like you do the same. Well, you change your element and it does that damage on every attack. With the Assault Savant, it's only on the third attack of your combo that it changes. It's always crushing on your first two attacks, and then it changes the animation for your third attack as well as the element between crushing and sage. So it's like that, or like one special attack of the Aristotle, or like I think one of the assault somewhat one is also who can do it. Let's see. Circuit ignition is crushing and lightning. Photon ray is sage and lightning, so you can do sage damage with that, which is a good one. And tetragraviton, crushing and sage. So you can do some sage damage with that, so that would be a good one to have in there. And it would be a good way to get them all sucked into each other to try and do all the damage together. But it's it's our levels. It's a level 60 thing, and we're level what 69? Yeah, giggity. It's just we're not a very powerful. And again, the classes I went in with, like these are not where they need to be taken on a level 60 thing. So what I need to do is just go grind some levels, kick some butt, take some names, level up my stuff, get a few levels to where I feel comfortable trying to fight some of those. Well, no, I wouldn't find the death stuff either, to my knowledge. Um, yeah, it's just level up and use better team members. Someone rather than Braca and Arya, maybe go with Aesol and Dianthus for their boosts to defenses. It won't help against the poison, but now that I've got the orange juice, I have that going for me. So you know what? Let's do some recipes we know we're going to need to make money. Like, uh, that's not it. That's not it. No, no, no. That's one we can turn in. That one might be. I don't think that's one it is. But, like, pretty sure we're done with left. Oh, no, we're not. Chilled corn soup is one we can turn in. We'll make some money so we can level up and go farm the stuff so we can level up the gear of our teammates as well. Mia had the Splendid Spring, which is one of their things that we need to turn in. Yeah, the Pilgrim's an okay class. It's not the greatest. It's a slashing class, which there's like 4 or 5 of, and lightning. So it's kind of like the Samurai, and it doesn't have some of the benefits that the Samurai has. Chili Pollock and Roblini, that was one of the ones we needed to make. I don't know that's what's one we can turn in, but it's a thing. Yeah. All right. And now we're just gonna use the rest of this day to go run around and turn in all the food recipe things. So we'll put all those in there as well. That we have stuff cooked for. And we'll sleep another day in game, and then I think we'll call it a day on the stream. And next session, we'll finish up all the character quests that we've picked up. Do another day of that, and then we'll keep going into the dungeon. Oh, let's do my thing first. Since one of those has a limit on, it's the earliest that you stop being able to turn in with the Abandoned Eden because you have to get into the thing. Even though it's the one that's actually technically open, they still kick you out. Did you bring food? Yes, I brought you the last thing: chilled corn soup, Season's bouquet salad recipe, and 10,000 grilla. There, now we should have enough meals to cater to every customer. Thank you for all of your help, Harvey. We're done with you. And let's run to save a little time. We're not using energy on anything today other than running from point A to point B. Oh, Abandoned Eden? Go to the general store. Talk to the person over here. Did you bring human food? Oh, you just need the premium tuna sushi, so I need to figure out what the fish I need for that is. That's probably something I do in Shatola. So we're almost done with that one, too. Turn home. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm absolutely getting hungry, so this will be the last in-game day for us for today. I gotta go make that, and that's gonna take about half an hour to make, because, yeah, it's about 15 minutes of prep time, and then like another 15 minutes in the oven to make it. Go turn in over here anything we can. Anything we can turn in? Yes, no? Oh, did you bring a meal you like? Yes, the Nemean Splendid Spring. Got the blessed Charlotte cake recipe. 10,000 grilla. That makes 9 different meals you've brought so far. And that should do it. With your help, I've been able to create a whole new menu. Thank you so much. Yep. And we got paid to do it. And outside, we got exactly 3 hours to try and hit up these last 2 places. So we'll hit the airship. I feel like the airship is somehow eats time faster sometimes. I don't know. It feels like time passes faster when I'm in the airship when I'm traveling. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, though, most of the time. Yeah, bunny buns are actually a good healing item, too. Oh, have you brought us a meal? Nope, I need the Great King Tuna Tartare. Again, I need another tuna dish. Which is fishing out of Shatola. So maybe we'll just have an entire day of just fishing in Shatola next time. Run. We have exactly 2 hours left to go till we get kicked out of the place, and we need to get there to turn in some stuff. These ones won't be the 10,000 each, but it's still money. And did you bring some meals? Yes, I brought 2 meals. Wearing in a fur coat and the Arjun cabbage stew. I'll be right here, so if you make any more food, please bring me some. Yep. And we're done. Because we don't have all the stuff we need for some of these other things. Return home. And all these food items that I made that we didn't use. The kamameshi. Let's see, we need the... Oh, one more. Great King Tuna Tartare requires the Great King Tuna from the seaside town. You're done. You're done. Premium tuna sushi also is Great King Tuna. So yeah, we're going to be doing some Shatola fishing next time. Looks like this one needs an onion, which we can't grow until summer, I don't think. And this... Oh, that. I could have made that. Oops. Oh well. We'll make that next time. We'll hold off on it because we only have, so much things. It needs like 3 peppers as well. How much money did we make today? Well, we didn't make anything selling, but yeah. Oh, we made about 1,000, 1,700. So we've jumped up from 9,000 to 50,000. So there is that. And with that, we're gonna call it a day here. My stomach is growling. I need to go get some food in me. And we're at a good stopping point. And when we come back, well, I'm not going to say hopefully next week because I'm hoping I have a job next week. If we're here next week, it means I haven't got a paying job or a job that's paying me at that moment. So, but definitely, I see you haven't joined either Discord or the followed me on Twitter. Definitely go ahead and do that, Autumn. That way you know, like when I make my announcement of, hey, this is what's going on, you know what's going on. Because, yeah, that's where I'm going to let people know, hey, there's going to be no stream this week because XYZ. And I'll let you know when the next one's going to be and so on. So in the meantime, Save these. And we'll go do our things from here, and then we will call it a day. Again, with the outside the pen. Let's see the ones outside the pen over here, too. Or not inside the pen, outside the pen. Perfect. That way they're all next to each other. I like to have that so that those together when I'm doing the sewing. But yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow, Autumn. We'll be doing Portia again. I have to readjust my settings. That's one of the problems. The thing is, because of the ratio that the Switch runs at versus like doing widescreen for Portia, I have to keep changing the settings within OBS when I jump between the two, and that may have contributed to the mic issue. So I'll definitely check that before we go live next week or tomorrow, rather. And I'm hoping that next week, it sounds sad to say it, but I'm hoping next week I'm not here. But like I said, definitely follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, etc., etc., and I will let you know what happens there. Until then, I will catch you tomorrow as we play Portia. As for those who are watching at home or watching after the fact, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts, etc. Answer the question today in the comment section. I'll catch you guys next time.